What did you say? What?
And I was like, ma'am, what are we doing?
What?
Devil child.
Hello, governors.
Hello, good morning.
Hi, Bracken, Philip, and Danny. I gotta fix that, that it overrode yours for mine. So, yeah, that what off one. Hello, Dan. We got freaking Dan in the house.
Dan the man.
What did I name that?
I don't know.
Do I have two commands named?
You might.
Dan!
Silly!
Yes, fellow shedheads.
Silly boy, you guys. I gotta show you.
What did you say? What?
It's probably triggering the. We forgot to bring the mic closer to us. I don't know why I thought it was Friday for a second.
It has Friday vibes to it.
Yeah, it'd be nice if it was Friday vibes.
It also kind of feels like fall here. Like it's kind of chilly and rainy today. Like this past week has been between like 18 to 22 degrees Celsius. Like it hasn't been really July weather. So, I mean, it's fine, but...
Yeah, it's everywhere else is apparently like on fire but us.
Yeah.
Let's see. I hope this shows it.
Silly hat man, silly hat man's got the silliest willy around.
I don't know if you've seen that, but there's a pretty handsome fella there.
Oh, it's 35 degrees Celsius where Danny is.
35C?
That's way too hot.
We've been talking like, feels like fall. It's like 5 degrees Celsius at night, and it's like
it's been nice.
Yeah.
Can I have the famous wiener in my anus?
Oh, I forgot to show you some of the gifts I chose. Hot dogs shaking their head. I mean, come on.
Hello, silly hat man.
Oh, you got hail smashing up your. That sucks. Yeah, we've had like. It's D21 in the middle of the day, a little cloudy, some smoky, my eyes and sinuses.
It is supposed to thunderstorm today. Like it definitely rained last night. Stardew rules. I don't have to water my garden today. And there is rain in the forecast. Oh no.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that, silly.
Oh, I'm so sorry. Yeah, you know, my mom told me once that back in the day, her family, they farmed, and there was like a big hailstorm that came through, and I guess the insurance man said to my grandpa, total loss, total loss. My grandpa was walking around, total loss, total loss. Total loss.
When did that happen?
This is back when my grandma
What was the
like,
total loss?
the farm, like the crop that season.
Oh, yeah.
And just total loss. But I guess it all came back beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. So
yeah, I didn't know that story. I don't know if you told me that
my
before.
mom just told me that the last time she was down. So that's why. It's a new story to me too.
Danny, what is a hornworm?
I think I have an idea in my head, but I don't know.
Why is it that the sound of it just is giving me, like, thinking of it? Are those motherfucking worms?
Yeah, it looks like the caterpillar I saw one time in Saskatoon. I was working in Sask Poly, and I went outside for a cigarette, and I saw one of those like squirming around, and I thought to myself,
isn't that what the one fat caterpillar, animated caterpillar, is in that movie?
Kind of. In
What
A Bug's
movie
Life?
is that? Is it A Bug's Life?
I believe so,
The
yeah.
one who is the big German caterpillar?
And I saw one of those climbing around on the cement, and I thought to myself, oh, you're gonna make some worm or some bird really happy.
No wonder that thing could destroy a tomato. Oh my god. Oh my god. That is... I hate them. Gotta get this off my screen.
It's big juicy worm.
Go back to just like generic Google.
Love Evan and Krissy.
Hey. Oh, I did also put a Dan thing there. Thank you, Dan. I have 2 Dans. I gotta fix what the other one I named is. Oh, you guys, Jinjee's sleeping. There's the cutie boy, the cutie patootie. Yours truly. Oh, we're blocking his cute little face.
We need to angle it a bit more so people see less of like the shit.
Well, we
and
don't
more of
get
the
to
cat.
control his den of
No,
sleep.
but we can move the angle of the camera ever so slightly so it's more
We could.
on him.
We could do that.
Yeah,
He makes this cocoon.
it's true. Just for the record, that is not a cat sleeping spot. It is a shoe storage spot. He just at some point decided that he really liked to lay in there.
Sorry,
So
I gotta
we
do it manually.
we put some cushions down there so he'd be more comfortable, and it is permanently his little sleep zone now, which is fine.
You got your smoosh face.
He looks so cute. Oh, shmoosh shmoosh.
Oh.
We give him, just for the record, we give him plenty of places to lay that are like nice, but he chooses that place.
Also, Philip the Torkington, I appreciate you appreciating my work on the GIFs. It sometimes goes undernoticed. I'm just kidding. And I'm feeling okay. I did putts around in the garden. Also, or in the outside yesterday, I'm gonna make it into a short, so we're not gonna reveal it to you yet. But Carl has a little shelter, which was a miniature version of something that I wanted to try. It'll come in a short. You'll see it. You'll see it.
Carl is so funny.
Carl is funny, and I think he's actually getting to be a lot more. Like, it's so strange because he disappeared for over a week.
Was it a week?
It was. I think it was a little.
Like
over a
around
week.
5 days, I want to say. It wasn't over a week.
It was close. It was pretty close. And then he came back and he was just like super.
Like, yeah, he like slept in the backyard for like an hour. It was more than an hour, actually.
Yeah.
There was like, you had to look at him to make sure that he was breathing because he looked almost dead. The way he was just like zonked out on the grass. It was very cute. Very, very cute.
Super. Like, honestly, like I said, you'll see it. I'll do that today. Oh yeah, look at that one. That's a good meme. That's a good meme right there, or a good gif.
He missed you, I hope so.
Also,
We do not let Jinjee roam.
Thank you
There's
for-
coyotes in the area as well as like big vehicles on the highway. So, no.
yeah, no, Jinjee's not. He's not smart enough
No.
to know life.
He thinks, and he would probably also think like coyote friend.
Yeah, whereas we know Carl's typically probably smarter than that.
Yeah.
Being that he has survived so X amount of time.
Yeah.
We don't know how old he is. We don't even technically
At least-
know he's a he.
No, I'm pretty sure I saw a set of balls on him yesterday when he was leaving.
I've never looked at his butt.
I'm pretty sure.
I don't think I've ever seen it. He's
Well,
never
he
turned his
tends to
back
he
to
tends
me.
to keep his like tail pretty low.
Yeah. You
But
gotta look for them. Gotta look for them balls.
I'm pretty sure I saw some balls.
You gotta look for a set of them. It's the only way.
Philip, I don't think that Jinjee could take on a coyote. Limpy's pretty big.
You're gonna love my nuts.
However, he does limp. Do you put him on a leash and let him hang out in the garden with you then? So when tick season is over,
have a leash, yeah.
When tick season is over, we let him, you know, go in the short grass, kind of.
Yeah.
And I've been trying to think of.
It's just ticks have been so bad.
Who was it that told us about catios?
Oh shit!
Someone told us about catios. Either way, I've been trying to think of a cat-proof outdoor option, but like. We can't use screens because he climbs them like Spider-Man.
Yeah.
Cats are a pain in the ass to try and like, you want to give them little things. Like, Jinjee, we feel bad he doesn't get to roam around outside. But we know if we let him outside, we're increasing the likelihood of his death by 75%. Because there's a highway and,
Yeah. There's just too many variables that could kill my cat, and I just don't want... I want him to live as long as possible because he's sheltered.
Do you see what Mr. Levy said? We had our guinea pigs, Billy and Libby, we bought them leashes and took them in the garden. Sometimes it was ridiculous. Billy escaped once, but he got stuck in the hedge because she was fat. Outdoor cats are bad news bears. I know, it's so tough because it's so in their nature.
Yeah.
But it's not...
You just need to suppress their nature. You just tell them no.
Yeah,
like we don't want that.
It's actually quite interesting because Carl and Jinjee live so fundamentally different. Carl never knows. I bet you he's never deep slept. Like, listen. Okay, maybe you can't hear him snoring, but he's snoring right now.
Danny, we take Jinjee out on a leash. He likes his leash, and he knows what it is. It was actually really cute when we were still living in Saskatchewan. There was one time where he found his leash, and then he drug it to, like, the door, and then he, like, looked at the leash, and he looked at us, and he, like, looked back at the leash, and then, like, looked at us again, like, please put this on me, and take me outside.
Yeah, I'd like to eat grass so I can puke later. Yeah. Thanks.
And that's another thing. He eats a lot of grass, then pukes it up.
Like, literally, he just, like, choms the shit out of it. And then it's like, okay, well...
Yeah.
The other thing he used to do...
Toss in your general direction. Your mother was a hamster.
The other thing that he used to do was he would take things of Krissy's, like a bra or a sock, and he would put it in his water dish.
Or pantyhose.
Mm-hmm. And when you put a piece of fabric into water and leave the other piece out, it acts like a siphon. And
osmosis.
Through osmosis, the water will then go all over the floor.
He just likes to do science experiments. When I lived by myself, actually in Moose Jaw, sometimes I would come home from work and he would get into the cabinet under the sink and he would take out my fresh unused feminine hygiene products. So he really liked to get like brand new tampons because they're like the best cat toy ever. It's a cotton like tube with a string inside of a cardboard tube inside of like a tube of paper. So best fucking toy you could ever find. And I would quite often find them in the water dish.
The main problem too with cats is you buy them stuff that they never use.
Yeah, little science boy. He's just doing cat science.
Just, you know what? We taught him. We took him to homeschool. We scienced him. He became a good science cat.
Jinjee likes Q-tips as well.
He sure does. He will bat them under the fridge and never see them again.
She blinded me with science.
Freaking science.
Cat science.
Yeah. What this weekend? What did we do? We did laundry. Nope, that was yesterday.
We did laundry yesterday.
Did
we watch a movie?
No, we ended up just kind of putzing around.
Yeah, we were gonna watch a movie and then we didn't. We watched a bunch more Dragon Ball because that's
true. We did.
We're weebs like that, and that's fine.
We have been indeed watching. I want to see if this works.
We watched
Ball.
An interesting little YouTube documentary about Primerica.
It's true.
Which then, and we'll put the link into so that if you guys want to watch it, you can. But it reminded me of a really weird experience I had with a woman when I was living in Saskatchewan. This was prior to meeting you, and I thought I might regale you with this story because it's just a little bit weird, a little bit of a weird tale.
That's just the link to the video we watched. It's the guy who talks about multi-level marketing companies. So
I guess maybe I'll tell my story.
Yeah.
Okay. So I was this. Oh God. Let me. I'm trying to date of when this story happened. I was working retail in Saskatoon. Oh God. When did we meet? Maybe this.
I know it was November 11.
This is probably about 7 years ago. We'll go with maybe about 7 years ago or so, something like that. 6 years ago.
Way back in the way back.
It was right before meeting you, like within the year before meeting you, I would say.
As one would say, before time existed.
That's true. Like I was technically a non-existent human at that point because I really only started to exist when I met Evan. I'm joking.
We were only purely human when our two halves became whole.
When to become one.
As Dan would say.
I need some love like I never needed love before. Gonna make love to you, baby. Had a little love. And now I'm back for more. Gonna make love to you, baby. I like Spice Girls. Anyway, so it was the tender year of our Lord, potentially 2015. I can't quite fucking remember. Anyway, I was working retail at the mall in Saskatoon, and this lady came in, and giving the full retail shopping experience. I shopped with her the full 3 fucking hours she was in the store, bringing her everything she wanted to try on. It was all from the sale rack, and I will say it was a big sale, probably $400 worth of sales items. So my price per unit, or my price per unit, and also my units per transaction, really fucking high. I will thank that lady so much for that. So anyway, she was I was in my mid to late 20s. She was in her mid to late 30s. She was very nice. Whatever. I'm trying to do my job here. I want, and then, I'm ringing her through the till, and we're having, a nice conversation, which is largely just me trying to be good at my job. And she says to me, I think you're so great. I would really like to mentor you. And in my job that I'm in, I work with mentoring people, and I would really like to work with you and mentor you. And I was like, I mean, fuck, I'm just doing retail. I should probably be doing more with my life. I went to university, this is this can't be it for me. All right, let's meet for coffee. So we go out for coffee within a few days, and she's telling me about the business that she works with, but she can't tell me the name of the company, even though I asked her. And that was immediate, the first immediate red flag to me was when I asked her what the company was that she worked for, but she said she couldn't tell me about it. And then she's like, but you need to make sure that you have, everybody needs a product that they sell. You can't just sell nothing, right? And so you need to be inspired by something. And she's like, what really inspires you? And I don't know. I didn't know what the fuck I was. So I was like, manatees?
No, you didn't.
I did fucking tell her that I was inspired by manatees. I don't know why, but I did. So...
I don't recall that.
Yeah, no, I left that out of the story when I tell it to you because it's really fucking embarrassing.
On purpose?
That I was, as a, like a group or a movement, something to be inspired by, working with the manatees. They're destroyed a lot by boats, right? So
freaking sea cows.
That's, something that really deeply inspired me, I guess, was manatees. And so... She gives me a book to read, and she wants to meet with me for coffee again. Yeah, the poor manatees. And so she gives
Family Guy jokes.
She gives me a book, and it's to read before the next time we meet for coffee, and it's Rich Dad Poor Dad, which I'm sure a lot of us have heard about this book before. And it's this. The premise of the book is it's like this guy talking about how. He grew up in a poor family, but he had like this friend whose family was really rich, and it's basically talking about like the mindset between like rich people versus the mindset of poor people. And so I read the book. It wasn't very long. I read it within like an evening. And then that night, or I can't remember if it was that night or the night before I was supposed to meet her for coffee again. I had a dream that I started working for this company that participated in yearly ritual beheadings of some of their employees.
As most do.
Yeah, And so then I woke up the next morning and I was like, I have no idea what the fuck this lady is involved in, but like I was like, she's not telling me what she's involved in because like it's like weirdly secretive, but like just having that dream was enough to be like, I don't know what the fuck this lady wants. I don't know what she's trying to get me involved in, but I am like so not buying any of it whatsoever. And so then, like I said, what made me think about it is we were watching this video about this guy interacting with Primerica people. And there was so much in that video about what these Primerica people were saying to him to try to recruit him into the company. That just was like, ding, 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 ding. This is exactly the kind of shit that this lady was saying to me in this meeting. And I'm so... personally grateful that my intuition like was able to fucking bash me over the head enough in my dream. And it wasn't even like a light message. It was straight up like people being ritually decapitated at yearly like AGMs by this company. And I was like, nope, whatever this lady's selling, I don't fucking want it.
She is just a headhunter, for talent.
Yeah,
she's
literally.
headhunting talent. Yeah, in this video that we watched, so Primerica is an interesting one compared to a lot of the other ones, right? Because there's like a tangible product that you're selling most of the time, like lotion and soap and fucking dishware and knives and Tupperware and all that shit.
Did you like how I was inspired by manatees?
Yeah, I didn't know that part.
I purposely don't tell that part of the story often because it's embarrassing.
Just on the internet?
But now it's on the internet for like whoever listens to this to know.
Too bad you didn't say seals.
I will say the manatees was also like a shout out to my my good friend Charlene, because at the time I remember she was also talking about like wanting to save the manatees, and I felt really put on the spot by this lady when she was asking me like what I'm inspired by, and all I could think of was Charlene talking about manatees. In the most like recently, so that's why I brought up manatees when I was speaking with them.
Well, you know what? That story was full of manateesers.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a bad one. That was a bad joke. Danny says, someone approached me when I was in retail, and it was kind of like that, but definitely was a pyramid scheme. They even drew a pyramid, like in the episode of The Office. Honestly, so these guys are three our big Primerica.
I was gonna say, it really seems to me like as someone working in retail, you're very easy to prey on, because I think they just kind of assume, and like me at that moment in time, like, you can do better than this. This is just retail. Like, I don't know.
Yeah, there's a whole, basically it's the Primerica is an insurance based MLM thing, where basically you don't make money on the insurance, you make money on recruiting people to be insurance agents for this company. But they tell them an entire like list of things to say and counterpoints, and if someone brings up this, you say this. Like, for instance, if someone says, well, that sounds like a pyramid scheme, bring up how all jobs are a pyramid, because there's a boss, and then there's managers, and then there's employees.
So everything's a pyramid.
So everything's a pyramid when you think about it. However, the difference is that obviously the way that revenue is generated and how the splitting of that revenue works. But it was very interesting to hear just the social tactics that they have written down like a science into tricking people.
Well, like I said, there was so much in this Primerica video that, like, as he's talking to this one lady who's a recruiter, I was like, this sounds exactly like the shit that one lady was trying to like tell me during our like coffee meeting. But like, thank God. Also, like, the biggest red flag for me is when you're trying to recruit me to somewhere, but you won't tell me where you work.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Like, that is fucking sketchy.
Like, we'll play this first part is when he goes into a Primerica office with a hidden pen
to investigate whether or not Primerica is a pyramid scheme. So after calling around to multiple Primerica offices in my city, I finally found a representative who was willing to sit down and explain to me exactly what Primerica does. Since so many people in my city recognize me for my pyramid scheme videos, I told this recruiter that my name was Alex. I got dressed for success, and I got my hidden microphone and spy pen camera ready to go.
Okay, I just got here to Primerica, and I'm nervous. I haven't done one of these in person in 3 years. Wish me luck.
Alex,
Thank you so much.
this is our office.
Amazing.
You know, when it's full and there's a bunch of people in here, it is the most positive place you'll ever see. So, Primerica is one.
False positivity. God love it.
Yeah.
If you're not 100% pretending to be super happy, you're part of the problem.
One of the only companies in the world that has the most $1 million earners.
Of any company. So the most people who have become a millionaire from their job is from Primerica?
Hello, Deadweight Nate. It's so lovely to see you.
I will say I'm a little concerned to show too much of this, just because I know that he mentioned that like this company really likes to come after people that talk about them at all.
Oh, I was just going to show where she starts to say some of that rhetoric we were talking about. This segment is only like a minute
and
long.
I know that we're not going to really like, you know, talk about it too much in our thumbnail or anything. I don't know why. I'm just
Yeah. How are you, beautiful people?
good. I was regaling a story about how when we were living in Saskatoon before I met Evan, I'm pretty sure somebody tried to recruit me into an MLM, and it was very sketchy.
Yeah, like, we're not saying that it was this particular one. This
just
video, the language they used was just so familiar to Krissy.
Yeah, that was used on me when this lady met with me for coffee the one time.
So this person has infiltrated a Primerica office, and she's kind of going to give him the spiel to try and recruit him into this garbage.
Correct.
Oh, wow. Primerica does come up as the #1 result when I Googled it, but when you click on the source, you find this picture of a person on a motorcycle posted on a Facebook page called Toys for Boys. I think there's some sort of SEO optimization strategy going on here, and when you search commonly asked questions about the company, you find overwhelmingly positive results. For example, Primerica C-level marketing. This is simply of MLM.
The RVP trained and developed 3 RVPs. You're now a senior vice president, which means your income could be anywhere from $10,000. I've seen senior vice presidents make 50.
Hey,
$50,000 a month.
congratulations, Deadweight.
Congratulations, Nate. I know that that's an absolute weight off the shoulders, I'm sure. Makes you feel like the $1 million that you are.
So you make up
Sorry.
to, and no, I don't say up to, because it is an unlimited income potential. So you get all the training for social media, what you can, can't do, all of those things.
Oh, they have.
Twitter.
You can't do certain things?
Instagram. Yeah, because we are highly regulated. You can't go, I make $500,000 a year.
Oh.
You can't.
Why
say
not?
that. Because what you want to do is you want to talk to people about the opportunity.
But how do you talk about the opportunity that's life-changing without giving examples?
See, yeah, that's
of
the
how
thing.
it
She was
changed your life?
talking to me about like this is like a life-changing opportunity. She's like, I remember she kept talking about there's like this meeting that was coming up and these big influential people were going to be at that meeting and how cool it would be for me to be able to be there and meet these people. That was another thing she kind of kept going on about.
They definitely have buzzwords.
Yeah.
Like opportunity and
Yeah.
Sorry,
But like I said, always your
sinuses
big number one red flag should always be if they're not going to tell you the company they work with, something's a little fucked up.
Yeah.
You're not wrong.
Throughout the process of making this video, I recorded hundreds of Instagram stories and other social media posts from Primerica agents at the highest level of the company that violated not only Primerica's own internal social media guidelines, but also of this FTC warning letter that was issued to over 1,100 companies, most of them MLM companies, including Primerica, that says if their distributors made false money-making claims to consumers, they could be fined over $43,000 per violation.
If typical representatives do not achieve such results, then your post may be considered false or misleading by regulators. You can celebrate most milestones and achievements with the required earnings disclosure described on page 15 and 16, but you may not reference milestones for $1 million earners and above.
Yes. This is 2021. These are all the $1 million earners.
So we literally just looked at an official Primerica document that said not to make reference to $1 million earners and above. And then she pulled out a book showing all the $1 million earners.
Mario Arizon. He was 18 years old when he started with Primerica. He was the youngest $1 million earner to hit $1 million at 28 years old.
And they used to tell me, hey, Mario, don't get your hopes up. Let me
So what happens is they throw these events like they're churches.
Yeah.
Like they're having a giant
Like mega
religious
church events.
ceremony. And they tell everybody it's your attitude that's wrong. You can perceive your reality.
They work you up like a religious fervor. Absolutely.
You can be just like me. I can take care of my mom now. Don't you want to take care of your mom?
I'm actually surprised that like there's no faith healing or like, glossolalia going on at these events.
It's usually behind me like this, Mr. Levity for neck support. How is it even legal for these companies to operate and not just get shut down? I think it's just because there's so many of them and the regulatory body is
and there's some
probably super
MLMs
small.
that are like legitimate, like Avon, right? Avon is an MLM, but it's kind of like a legitimate MLM.
Yeah, the only thing I don't like there's nothing wrong with, say, the way, if the business model's not based on recruitment, it's okay. Like if it's an actual product, like I think about there's these guys at Mac Tool Trucks. Like basically you buy into the company, you get a truck that you fill with tools and you go and sell them under their brand name, right? But your job isn't to get other people to buy trucks to work under you, right? And once it becomes that aspect of things where later in this video they show a piece of paper where you're supposed to write down like friends, family, acquaintances, ex-coworkers, ex-neighbors, anyone that you could possibly harass into buying your shit.
It reminded me of another experience I had with somebody who was definitely involved in an MLM, and that was my Mary Kay experience. Do you remember that?
Oh, that.
This pissed me off.
I actually
so much.
originally, when we were kind of talking about this, I thought that's the story you were thinking.
No, but now I will tell the Mary Kay. So this is another MLM experience I had. So I was working at a financial institution place. They did like like investment and sold like insurance and shit. Anyway, so I was working as a receptionist, and this lady came in to drop off the Mary Kay package for one of the financial advisors who worked there. She had bought some Mary Kay stuff. And so as she was waiting for her, we were just, you know, I was at reception because obviously I'm the receptionist, and we're chit-chatting. And she says to me, you know, I absolutely love your look. I just think your look is so inspiring. I would love to like give you a makeover, and we can do like a before and after shoot. We'll like, you know, take a picture of your makeup before, and then we'll take a picture of your makeup after, and it'll be such a fun little like modeling experience, and it'll be such a great time.
Connect with a beauty consultant today.
And so I was like, yeah, sure, why not? This could be fun. Why not? And so I get Evan to drop me off at her house because I'm petrified of driving places in Saskatoon that I don't know how to get to. And she lived in a really weird random spot in the new development area that I had no idea how to get around. So made my sweet hubby here drop me off at her house. We weren't even married at the time. We were living together. We were cohabitating in sin.
We were living in sin with the devil.
And so he drops me off, and I go down, and she's like, oh, here, go take your makeup off, and we'll start, like, you know. And so it's immediately I didn't say anything because I mean it's not my house, like it's like this huge freaking like expensive house. And so I go and like wash my makeup off, where I'm like, well, isn't there, maybe she'll take like the before photo after I wash my makeup off, right? And so I wash my makeup off, and then it's like me just trying like a bunch of skincare products, and then and so then my face is like completely bare. Like it felt nice and soft, like don't get me wrong, their products are really nice, they're really good. And then she's like, oh, and here's some makeup for you to put on. I don't have any like makeup applicators, so you'll have to use your fingers. So then I'm like putting on makeup with my fingers. So then the makeup that I put on, that I left with, looked worse than the makeup that I had arrived with, because the makeup I had arrived with, at least I was able to like, you know, put on eyeliner and shit. And she says to me, yeah, the next time you come, we'll like you'll be able to use like brushes and stuff. And I'm just thinking, like, the next time I come, like, and then
next time you come, you can use
and then
brushes?
she's like, oh, let's take a, she's like, oh no, we forgot to take a before photo, well, let's take a photo now. And then like, and then I had to like call Evan to pick me up, and of course I had to like wait like 20 minutes for him to come get me because it was in the middle of buttfuck nowhere in the new development of Saskatoon. And I was just like, and she was trying, like, she was selling me, like, I did buy some things, but I didn't like spend a lot of money. Like I bought I think like I bought a primer and like a lip scrub, and I think that was and some sort of face serum. I spent like $80 on shit, but she was trying so hard to sign me up to like, you know, become one of their tiered sellers, and it's just like I felt so lied to throughout the entire experience, because you told me that I was coming here so because you loved my look and you thought we could do like a cute before and after little photo shoot with Mary Kay makeup. And I should have known that you like, and I knew she was going to try to sell me shit because obviously she's a Mary Kay salesperson. But I like the way the experience was sold to me prior to going there is it was going to be cute little before and after photo shoot with makeup. And it
Kawaii.
it was me just washing my face with product and then putting more product back on, but in a way that looked not as good as when I arrived. And I was so fucking pissed off. But I did really like the face primer.
So, face primer, okay.
Yeah.
Tricking
Mary
people.
Kay, yeah.
And yeah, she drove she had a pink
She had a pink Mary Kay
Escalade.
car.
Yeah. Cadillac Escalade with like Mary Kay bejazzled all over it. It looks like Tony, Deadweight Nate's significant other, did one for a little while with beauty products. My sister, she might still do it. I don't even know which one it was.
Was it Amway?
Maybe. But what happened is the same story as all of them. my friend's friend was doing it, and then my friend started doing it, and then it's like the reason people start selling drugs so they can get their drugs for free. So you can set aside your stash you'd normally buy and then sell the rest so you can get more weed. Well, I want more lotion, but I don't want to pay for it. So I'll get you, my family, I will vulture to pay for what I want. You know what I mean? And then every month I'll harass them to buy more things. It's it looks like Silly Hatman got suckered into a meeting in a pyramid scheme. Met at Timmy's for a coffee. The moment he started talking, I knew what was up. I told him to fuck off.
Yeah.
He said, "Hey, buddy, I got a tip for you."
Plugged into this hemisphere right here.
Right here.
Just a tip, about this much of it.
Give him that tip. That's exactly how they work, Evan. Yeah, and like, so I've been messaged on Facebook by someone that I was more of an acquaintance with. I played high school sports against them.
I did.
And then later they just sent me a message like, "Oh, hey, I was wondering, I can't remember. Oh no, maybe they had become a realtor and they were just trying to like ask if I wanted to sell my house." But still the same kind of thing. I hate the idea of using people for that reason.
My dad's cousin's ex-wife reached out to me to try to get me to be part of an MLM, and she's like, "Your cousin is doing it too." And I'm like, good for her. I don't want to sell face cream. Can you please fuck off and never contact me again?
Did you see what Philip said? Guy came into the store today, ordered some stuff for his business. He looked so posh. I googled him, and he's worth 2.5 million, and he owns land and turned it into a cemetery.
Holy shit.
Okay, so before my brain forgets this, Mr. Levity, have you ever seen the movie Mr. Brooks with Kevin Costner and yes, Dane Cook? Kevin Costner is a rich philanthropist or whatever, and he says the two things to buy: water and cemeteries. First of all, because they're always needed and they're always wanted. And second of all, because he's a serial killer and he puts them in the graves.
I've not seen this movie.
And Dane Cook is he's a wannabe serial killer.
I've not seen this.
He's the only one that figures out Kevin Costner is this person. And so he's like, train me as like a blackmail thing. And you can imagine if you try to blackmail a serial killer, it's probably a bad idea.
Dane Cook looks like...
Doesn't he have his own furnace? He has his whole everything. Yeah. So I don't know.
Time has not been kind to Dane Cook.
So with... I owned a portable DVD player. And I had his Vicious Cycle. I went to see him in Regina. I liked his earlier stuff. And then... where's his newest pictures where he got like plastic surgery or something? And he just and then all this stuff came out that he was like stealing jokes.
He looks like a sad potato.
And all this stuff. And
see, this is what happens when older people try to continue to look young by getting plastic surgery. You just look weird.
Yeah.
You look a little like...
everyone starts to look like those, who are these, the Bogdanov twins or whatever?
Yeah, or... you know those toys you get from the dollar store that you squeeze and like it kind of pops out of like the mesh fabric in which it's contained?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what it looks like to me.
These people... oh, they're dead?
Yes, they've both passed away.
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah,
Well,
from COVID.
rest in peace. Whenever I think of too much plastic surgery, this comes to mind.
Oh yeah, Simon Cowell. He looked pretty... I think he's kind of regained a little normalcy in how he's looked.
Who was it recently? Renee Zellweger?
Renee Zellweger looked... yeah, but I don't know if she really actually had a lot of work done or if she just aged privately for a long period of time. You know?
What was Madonna.
Oh yeah,
That's the
Madonna.
one I was
She
thinking of.
actually almost died recently too.
Oh,
hey?
really?
She was in the hospital for some sort of bacterial infection or something.
Was it because she was growing
I
this
don't
bread
know.
on her
Man,
head?
Madonna went from like, a nice normal looking lady to like, why all the fillers, Madonna? Why?
I don't know
she's never been opposed to plastic surgery and stuff, but I just never thought that she'd do that to herself.
I just don't know what you're going for.
Yeah.
I don't know. All I can think is that what are you doing?
I mean, I don't want to judge. We all have our own insecurities that drive us to do the things that we do, and
It's very that's the thing, Silly Hat Man, that I've always thought. When is like the plastic surgeon culpable of maybe talking somebody into something?
yeah.
You know what I mean? Like I don't know if anybody remembers the show The Swan.
Oh,
It was
I
a
remember that
reality show where basically these normal women would go on stage and the people go, hey, you need to change this $10 million worth of surgery.
So my mom and I watched The Swan religiously. It was a competition show. Don't forget that.
Oh yes.
Each week had two people competing, and one person would go home, and then the person who stayed got entered into the main beauty pageant competition at the end, in which one person won the whole kit and caboodle.
Yeah. So they took these.
It was the most messed up shit.
They subjected them to.
But the thing is, I also remember watching this with my mom at the time, and both of us, we were just like, wanted, like, oh my God, what I would give for free plastic surgery to look perfect.
And that's
but
what
that was
they were
the early
trying to-
2000s mentality, right?
That's what they were trying to cement into people.
Yes,
Just like
is that you suck the way you look naturally.
Yeah, it's just like what they did with diamonds, right? That we watched yesterday.
Well,
how much De Beers spent to convince the entire world that diamonds meant anything worthwhile.
I'm sure you remember the show Extreme Makeover Home Edition. The original version of that show was just Extreme Makeover. In which,
yes.
In which they would give
Find someone conventionally unattractive.
Yeah, like the Swan, except they wouldn't make them compete. It's just they would get the free makeover.
Yeah, they weren't doing plastic surgery.
But there was another show, I can't remember the name of it, that they would basically judge a person's hotness. And you would have these like beautiful, like objectively beautiful, like hot women with really, like, and men too, with really nice bodies on stage. And they would be like, I rank you 5 out of 10. You have a little like love handle, a little pudge. You could work on that.
Yeah.
And it's like, oh, like, I don't know. I've heard of Pete Burns. They're
I'd say arguably they look better.
They've passed away though.
I just think at some point that looks like Madonna. They compared Madonna to the guy from Saw, or like the little puppet from Saw. And that's what I see.
But I mean, also at the same time, there are people out there making themselves look like there's that guy who chopped off his nose so he could look like the skeleton man.
What about isn't this the big one? Buccal fat?
Yeah, buccal
fat. And it's like basically shaving fat out of your cheeks so you look gaunt in the face.
Yeah.
And they say what happens is that naturally occurs as you get older. So if you remove it at a young age,
it'll never come back.
You will probably look like scary as an old person.
Oh, like Corpse Bride.
Yeah. The thing that I will say is there's one person who you would assume would have gotten plastic surgery, but he has not. And that's Owen motherfucking Wilson.
Because of his schnoz?
Yeah. He doesn't care. You know? You'd think it's the most obvious celebrity I can think of with a very obvious I'll say, deformation from an accident. And that's part of his thing. You know what I mean?
You know, I have mixed feelings on Owen Wilson because I like Owen Wilson as an actor, and I feel bad that he's struggled a lot with depression and stuff. What I don't like Owen Wilson for is that he has a child that he's like has nothing. He wants absolutely fucking dick all to do with that kid.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Oh,
And
sorry.
I don't respect him for that. I don't.
Like, what's his name that everybody hates now? Chris Pratt.
Oh yeah.
Because he's kind of
Well,
like,
it's because he got like really weird
he went,
Christian.
yeah, like
you
he
know?
went what you call it, Scientology in the Christian way.
Yeah.
Like a little, just a little too. Did that command not work? It's supposed to tell you guys to refresh because the internet acted like a Dorcas Malorcas.
The cat's really.
Ginges McFinges. Too bad there's not enough light, so it looks real. So, I don't know why that. Oh, because it's not a sound command. I'm so stupid. I'm a dumb idiot. Yeah, we had watched some stuff about we watched a documentary about, basically, I didn't know this, but the South Africa, before it was South Africa, was owned.
My name's Jason, and I like Jinjee.
The GIF, I can't time all the GIFs with sound effects correctly because of Streamlabs, but you get it. De Beers basically owned that portion of Africa because of the mines they had bought and owned, and then it turned into South Africa. So like the whole thing from the get-go was fucking a problem. That they said that one guy, I can't remember his name, went down there when he was like 18 because everyone was going down to South Africa to look for diamonds because the only other place they had been was in India. And he went down there, started his own mining company, and then bought every single other mining company. And so De Beers owned the diamond market up until now, people with their man-made diamonds. And I can't remember the amount of money they said De Beers spends in a year to try and convince people man-made diamonds are just regular diamonds, but mined diamonds are, they're the ones you want, even though they are the same. But yeah, it was very interesting. The other thing that I thought was interesting, and I'm obviously not a very cultured individual, but I didn't know that China explodes their popcorn. Like, did you know this?
I've seen these on something else before.
So I know that there is where is the
I think actually we might have seen these on that one food channel we used to watch all the time on YouTube before like it basically disbanded because the editor of the magazine was mildly racist. And by mildly, I mean just straight up racist.
Bon Appetit?
Bon Appetit. So they were making an episode where they wanted to make pop rocks, I think. And to get the pressure that they needed to make pop rocks, they got one of these things.
Yeah, so this was in a video. I'll bring up the video that we actually watched yesterday. But so what they do is, this is a pressure vessel. You load the corn in, you lock it shut, and you toss it over some fire on its side, and you spin it while watching this gauge. Oh, where is it? This gauge, to make sure that it doesn't explode. Because what's happening is the steam or the water inside the kernel has reached a steam point, but because it's in a pressure chamber. Not until you open the top does all of the steam within the kernels release at the same time. So here, actually, let's watch this short video here. So you can see he's got it. Pardon my slip of the tongue. It came with these gloves in the video we had watched. Yeah, the pressure or the temperature resistant gloves.
That makes sense.
And this is what it is. Yeah, load her up. This is actually the exact set that they got. Yeah. So this is just one of those kind of camping stoves where it's just got like oil and wick in it, right? So put your kernels in there, you know. Make sure you use your Allen key to tighten it down.
I know this is also how they make puff wheat and like puffed rice.
Yeah. The only thing is, once it's hot enough, you kind of get the bag for it, right? Stick that bag. Yeah, it just explodes into the bag. I don't think this is just China.
Yeah.
The video called it a Chinese popcorn maker.
Like I said, the other time I think we've seen somebody use it is on a Bon Appetit video.
Hello, welcome back to the channel.
Yeah,
Today
so this is
rather special because
Sorted Foods.
It's Alex, French guy cooking.
This is Sorted Foods, our friends across the pond. Sometimes, you know, they what? We know this. At least.
What did you say?
But I still need a bit of milk, full fat, which I've warmed in the microwave.
I'm sure at least it's not microwave popcorn. I was looking at that Jinjee camera. I don't know what's going on.
Yeah,
Oh, God,
it would take between 3 and 5 minutes for the bars to increase.
So you're aiming for 10 bars of pressure.
No, we are aiming at one of you guys.
Yeah.
Where's the gauge?
We're just coming up to 4.
Like,
Any smell? No? Fine.
it just doesn't make sense to me.
Climbing.
Why?
6.
Like, it does, scientifically, and why you wouldn't just make it on the stovetop, though? Like, in a pot.
Nice one.
Thanks.
This is more fun.
Pull it off. Right, here we go.
guess.
Here we go. Here we go.
3, 2, 1.
Like, my word.
Work the charm.
Oh,
Now, bearing in mind
that's why it's called the popcorn.
I honestly,
Right, do you want to
there's
empty
no
our
way
bag?
in God's green
That
earth I'd
smells
have that
great.
in my house.
They're really round.
They are very round. It looks like morning cereals.
Yeah.
Got you a
So-
little bit of melted butter.
They actually say
spicy,
that
keep on
the
toasting that.
texture isn't very good.
Well, I do, like I said, I know that this method is typically used more for popping cereal grains. So when you get like puffed cereal grains, that's the method that's been used. It does puff it out in a different way. Like there's a science behind it.
Interesting. I knew puffed wheat had something like that. But yeah, I guess I just didn't know that that would be someone's preferred method, you know?
Yeah.
It's just kind of it's kind of crazy.
It's a little bit funny.
It makes sense. Yeah, I mean it does. It makes sense in so much that it makes sense. However, does it make more sense than just putting it on the stovetop and going?
I do like Jiffy Pop.
You don't even stovetop. You could use one of those cooker things that they had.
Yeah,
you just need a little oil.
I was just saying I like Jiffy Pop.
Yeah, Jiffy Pop is good. I don't know if you guys. I assume they have
I
Jiffy
assume
Pop,
they have Jiffy Pop in the States. Why would they not have
or
Jiffy
in
Pop?
the United Kingdom area or the UK. The Jiffy Pop. Oh,
Jiffy
it would
Pop.
just be a picture of that. So do you guys have these ones? Philip Talkington, Dan, Bracken. So they're called Jiffy Pop, and as you it comes like this. You take this little cardboard top off, cook it up over the stovetop, and it into.
It's classic camping popcorn.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it's good stuff. We got some not long ago.
Yeah.
We do not.
Oh. It is a little bit expensive though. Like I will say, to buy one thing like that is about $4.
Yeah.
Which is
for the novelty of it.
That's a little bit pricey for some popcorn.
I love
if we're gonna
Evan
be
and
honest.
Krissy.
Oh, I changed the wrong one. That one was supposed to be Dan. Or Dan. And then this one's Dan. Whatever. You get it. Is popcorn a big thing in the UK?
Dan!
I assume they have it at their movie theaters just as we do.
Yeah, that's true.
The whole world loves corn. I love corn.
I love corn. All I know is nature's fucking lit. This intelligent rabbit knows the dog is following its scent, so it doubles back.
Like the dog wants to kill it.
Did you see that?
I did. It ran right past it.
Yeah, the dog was trying to hunt the rabbit. So...
Oh, thank you, Mr. Levity.
Thank you.
Usually just for movies. Oh, we eat popcorn a lot over here. Popcorn is a...
Thank you so much, Mr. Levity. Did you read that? I think it did, but it was... I don't know if it was the proper terminology. I want to hear it again. Mr. Levity, thank you. Thank you for being a sweet person.
Super wow. Super wow. Super fucking awesome, ultra mega monster, ridiculous, time traveling, insanely incredible, wow wow wow.
Oh, did it not read it because of swears? Weird. I didn't think that was... Yeah, so the rabbit comes back. The rabbit ran this way and stopped here, so the dog ran right past. Fucking genius. Oh, it's the freaking Happy Mask salesman. Oh my god. Oh wow. They are an EMT and a firefighter. God bless. EMT firefighter OnlyFans? Family stickers.
What?
What's he say? What? I agree.
As has been said, we all need to get our bag.
The stick family is what throws me off.
Yep.
I don't really care about this. It means they've practiced mouth to mouth in a professional setting. The stick family throws me off a bit. That is so fucking funny. How you doing, Happy Mask?
I don't know why that kind of reminds me, and I only know of the situation from reading headlines, so I can't like speak detailed about it. But all I know is there's this female actress whose name is Lena the Plug, and after getting married to her now husband, she's like, since getting married, she had her first scene with a male adult star. And people are talking all about this, and I guess the husband, comes out like, I don't think he really cares. And I mean, that's how, if you're gonna marry a porn star, you probably shouldn't care.
Yeah, I mean, you kind of have to be over the whole jealousy thing.
Yeah.
I thought OnlyFans sold you spinning mechanical devices that cool you down. So this video is actually kind of crazy. What they did there was, obviously it's a water leak. I don't think they meant to break the tap off like that. But what they put on is called a saddle tee. And I used to have to do stuff like that with natural gas. Obviously, it would be a much more dangerous environment if that was an explosive gas. But yeah, you put the saddle tee on, and this is a little different way of doing it, but probably an American way.
It's a very bold choice.
Yeah. Oh, I've seen this before in real life.
I love this stuff. It's satisfying to watch.
So this concrete pad sunk under, so to get into your garage, you have to ramp in, right? So they drill holes and inject foam.
This stuff's so satisfying to watch.
I don't know if that's copyrighted music. That is...
Like, there's a few jobs out there that are satisfying enough to watch to me that I'm like, I could see myself doing this. And that's this and laser rust removal.
Yeah, I was
fucking
gonna
love
say.
laser rust removal.
If we had an unlimited amount of money, we would definitely buy one of these like $25,000 rigs
And just like
drive
rust.
around the south,
I'm
the
going
west,
to remove all of the
Canada.
rust from this cast iron part using a laser. I've bought a laser cleaner to give me more options on how to remove rust from parts like
I
this.
thought they were pretty expensive. Maybe they've gotten cheaper now.
Look at that.
You can put your hand in the way too and it won't do anything.
Look at that.
Like, how is that not some of the most satisfying shit you've ever seen?
That is like...
It's like so right up there with like zit popping for me. You have no idea. It maybe more so.
But
More
the
so.
thing is like it's also
perfect.
excessively useful.
Yes.
Like the sound it makes is badass.
I just want to go like I want this. And
Actual magic.
I want to remove rust from things for people as a job. I'll be like, hey, you want rust off? Shit, I can do that for you.
Yeah. Maybe we'll convince someone to be our benefactor.
That could be useful out here in the fucking boonies, being like.
Honestly, you could like
rust
restore a
removal
whole
person.
tractor.
You need me to come remove rust? Fucking.
The thing is you
$50 an hour. I'll come remove rust for you.
think of every show that deals with restoring vending machines and shit. This tool is like all of their jobs in one. You no longer have to grind out the rust, refabricate it. You know what I mean? You just laser beam it. From what I
Solar power
understand,
laser beam guitar.
from what I understand, because rust is ferrous oxide, it's something to the laser reacts with the oxidized portion of that chemical makeup, so that's why it doesn't affect the original pipe. Like, it is definitely science and magic. Or as they say, what is it? Magic is something indistinguishable from magic. I can't remember. Science is
Like, oh man, that would be like the most satisfying job.
oh yeah.
It's so good.
Always feel like someone's watching me. It is Tuesday. Jesus. doesn't only just creep around the corner. It just kind of gives that like can't believe. But that's a chunky boy.
He's a chunky
Oh, it's a
boy.
big chunk.
He's a big heckin' chunker.
That's one
fucking nice kitty right there.
Right off the honk chart. Chunk chart? How flat earthers think dinosaurs went extinct. I don't actually, you know what? I never actually thought about it.
Yeah, the eyes.
I never actually thought about if flat earthers had something for the extinction event of the dinosaurs. Did you try to outrun a fountain? He's gonna eat it.
It reminds me of the water park in Crescent Park.
Oh, you can't go back. You can't double back.
Oh, he did. These kids are gonna lose.
No. Oh. We had where we grew up had a pretty decent water park. Hiker accidentally stumbles upon a hibernating bear.
Yeah, just get the fuck out. Get the fuck out. Did you know that bears will eat a series of foods to essentially create a big old anal plug? So that way, during their hibernation season, they just basically got a big old
It keeps the poop in.
yeah, it keeps the poop in, so they don't poop themselves while they're sleeping.
The classic poop plug.
Yeah, classic poop plug.
I don't want to name names, but I do know a person who does a similar
Cute.
a similar tactic.
Yeah.
Can I have the famous wiener in my anus?
What a dumb system. Metric system. Ton, hectares, liter, meter.
They can't see this, by the way.
Mile, pounds, acre.
I don't get it.
Yeah, I don't get it.
I don't understand this meme.
Imperial system. Mile, pounds, acres, gallons.
Okay.
I think they're just saying one's cool, one's not. I don't know
Okay.
what this kid is doing.
I don't
It
know.
looks like he's playing rock, paper, scissors at a ridiculous speed. Today I learned Jet Li turned down a role in The Matrix Reloaded because Hollywood producers wanted to record and copy all of his martial arts moves into a digital library with all IP rights owned by them.
I can see why you turned them down. It's
that's very much like the
what they're
SAG and
what they're
the student or the film actors
striking for right now. SAG-AFTRA.
Yeah, the writers and the actors are striking.
They basically wanted to be able to, if you were an extra, scan your face and be able to use your face in any movie, not just the movie that you were hired to work on, but in the future, like be able to just use your likeness whenever they want as an extra. And like, no.
Yeah, it's dystopian. There's no other word for it, right? It's like basically Isaac Asimov 70 years ago was like, this is going to be the crazy shit.
I really wish them the best of luck because they are like the last of the most powerful unions in like North America right now, with actual like bargaining power. So best of luck to the actors and writers.
Yeah, it's interesting because throughout history, people will strike for what they consider fairness.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like with inflation, we watched a couple of things where people you would assume get residuals every time someone watches a show on Netflix or something. They get nothing.
Yeah.
One person got like the main actor of the show showed like $20 or something.
They weren't the main. They were on Orange is the New Black, and I watched Orange is the New Black, and to be honest, I have no idea who the fuck she is. So she's definitely a secondary character, but she deserved more than $27 in pay.
But so Netflix and companies like that, they're literally trying to steal likenesses or license likenesses, and the problem is when you hear people bitching and complaining, like, oh, they need to get back to work. All they're doing is writing stuff. Well,
it's because Bob Iger thinks he deserves all the money.
Like the thing is there's so many of the things that people end up watching that if they want it to be better, you don't say, oh, tell them to stop striking.
Yeah.
Like I think if the most ridiculous thing that have found out is Barbenheimer.
Papa Warstaff, thank you. Yes, it is a denim shirt.
Now, does anybody know what I mean by that? Papa Warstaff, it's lovely to see you, my friend. Lovely to see ya. I love it when you call me Big Papa.
I love it when you call me Big Papa.
So this new internet phenomenon.
I love it when they call me Big Papa.
Barbenheimer. Apparently because the only two movies worth watching this year are Barbie.
The same day.
And Oppenheimer. Releasing on July 21st, 2023 on the same day.
I'm more interested in watching Barbie.
Yeah, so people have created...
this poster looks fucking
this
sweet,
fantastical world of Barbenheimer, which is a combination of Barbie and Oppenheimer. And oh, can't hang out. Sorry, I'm just about to go to work. Love you. Also can't. I love Lap. Thank you, Papa, for being here. It's always lovely to see you. Thank you for popping in and saying hi. You know, you guys, we love him. We love him when we call him Big Papa. Jinjee staring right into the cam ski there.
Jinjee.
Hi, Jinjee.
I love it when they call me Big Papa.
There goes Jinjee.
I called his name and now he's going to drink his water.
But yeah, Barbenheimer. So the Barbie movie, I mean, we talked about it before. It looks, actually watching that thing yesterday telling us about Barbenheimer made Barbie look better.
I've been legitimately excited about this Barbie movie since I saw the trailer for it.
Yeah.
I didn't see the teaser trailer where they were referencing 2001: A Space Odyssey, but
so apparently, Margot Robbie and her husband own the company producing Barbie.
Yeah.
And they wanted to make it the last thing you expect a Barbie movie to be, I guess. So I guess there's a trailer that they did where it's like a mock-up of 2001: The Space Odyssey, and so I guess it's supposed to be quite good. Oppenheimer is made by Christopher Nolan, and it's about one of the, I think there's like 3 people who invented the atom bomb. Oppenheimer,
Einstein,
Vannevar Bush, and Albert Einstein were the ones
Who
that
plays Einstein in this movie? Because I do know that Einstein is a character in the movie.
Robert Downey. I know Matt Damon, and there's a bunch of people in it, but
Because I know that I've seen in like the trailer for it.
I guess I'm just
Tom Conti? I have no idea who Tom Conti.
Oh, like an old Italian man, or whatever.
Can we look at his?
Why is this zoomed in 120%?
No idea.
So big. He's known for Merry Christmas, Mr. Lawrence, Derailed, The Dark Knight Rises
As a
prisoner, and Reuben.
Okay.
Yeah, he was Judge Gerald Biggleswade in Paddington 2. Is that prisoner?
This man has not been in a lot of things that I've seen. Well, I've seen Dark Knight.
I'm not necessarily excited about Oppenheimer. I mean,
we'll watch it.
Yeah, I'm sure we will. It'll probably be fucking 3.5 hours like every other Christopher Nolan movie.
Yeah.
But
We'll watch Tenet before.
My opinion is it feels so. This movie wasn't just like, I think maybe I'll make a movie about Oppenheimer. It was like Nolan shopped around to different companies and he basically straight up, I can't remember which one it was, but he said, give me all the money I want and I'll do it. And they said, okay. And it turns out that the company he was supposed to do it with is the other producing company of Barbie.
Yeah.
So Barbie was trying to actually like put it on
Warner Brothers,
sorry, to screw over Christopher Nolan.
Yeah.
But because of this whole Barbenheimer, it's created like co-promotion.
Yeah.
And it had the adverse effect on them. But the funny thing is just how opposite they are, right?
Yeah, oh yeah.
I guess I just find making a movie about the godfathers of the atom bomb at this juncture in history is weird. Because basically every day we're waiting for Vladimir Putin to threaten people with nuclear weapons. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Like, Oppenheimer's so great, he helped everybody be held handcuffed for the next 80 years while nations go, well, I'll nuke you. Well, I'll nuke you back. Well, I'll nuke you first. So, I don't know. I guess I'm not excited because it's like, we know that it leads to nothing good.
Yeah.
Like, but with that being said, my eyes feel like sandpaper, sweetheart.
That's fair.
My eyes feel like sandpaper. My back feels like, I don't know, some kind of beast with a bad back.
We also ate a lot of like vegetal foods yesterday, so we are
Our stomachs are like,
oh man.
They are raspberries, spaghetti squash.
For supper we had spaghetti squash with carrots because I thought that was a great idea. And then for dessert we had raspberries and apples. With
raspberries.
Dream Whip. So we've just been like, we
really sended it.
We have peak gut health. That's for sure.
We really sent it on the old
on the old fiber.
You guys silly?
Fibra.
I'm still gonna send it.
You guys for coming in. As always, sorry we didn't stream yesterday. Sometimes honestly I live on a 24-hour cycle, if that, for how I'm feeling. So hopefully continue to feel good waking up in the morning, and we can stream the rest of the week.
Sure we will.
I'm sure we will.
Yeah.
Thank you guys for coming.
Oh, and also thank you to was it 86 subscribers we have now?
Yeah, we're getting up there. The shorts are doing pretty good.
You guys.
Nasty.
Thank you. And thank you so much to
Philip
Torkington again.
And everybody else that has done monthly donations that they had set up. It doesn't send out a thing, but it does to me.
To everyone who's in chat right now, we really, really appreciate it.
Yeah, thank you guys. Thank you guys. I don't know if Jinjee is in his spot to say goodbye.
Oh, he's a little bit. Yeah.
Jinjee says, bye-bye.
Bye-bye, love you.
Bye-bye.
Thank
you for coming.
I love you, but I'll bite you. Don't try to pet me. Thanks.
Take care, you guys. Thank you for being here. We'll see you soon. See ya in the sphere.
Bye.
Much love.